Palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots. And remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Again, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd with a first touchdown of this. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And apparently all Matt Stafford needed was a ticket to L.A. to get his postseason career on track. Never won a playoff game in his decade-plus in Detroit. But he cleared that hurdle a few weeks back, and now he has the Rams in position to play for the ultimate prize and in their home stadium.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing on third down, Stafford trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a terrific return there. They're able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and
few too many too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. Much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going for it all. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return is Brandon Powell. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Stafford going to give this to Akers. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Burrow going for it on 4th. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal. Burrow to mix it on the check down. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. They'll look to throw. And Two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. From 19 yards away. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. He's going to go up top again. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Halftime. A Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The return is Powell. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
If there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, be wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
And we'll see what his offense can do. And that is incomplete. Oh, the come down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They decline there.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you want?
Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, 76 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch. And I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Sports. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. He's going to let it go again. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bengals are getting closer now to that ever-elusive first Super Bowl victory. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
5 yards remain on second down. Now it's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. To the air again, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Michelle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. To throw is Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions, and then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford looks to throw again. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He will find his man Chase, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase there to make the grab. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. On first down, it's Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last throw here for Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
Just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.